it's Toronto Mod Shop. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to change the color of the carpet in your car. In my case, my carpet is white. Well, it was white, it's like an off-white grayish color. Point is, if I wanted a new replacement carpet for this car, it would have been about $300. And if I was going to make my own, I would have to put a lot of hours in and to form the carpet that I bought for $25 at the flea market. But instead what I did is I went and picked up 3 cans of vinyl dye, same stuff I've been using in the past, and we're going to change the color of my carpet, and so are you. Alright, so let's jump out and take a look at what the car looks like now, and then we'll take a look at what we're going to need, and we'll go from there. That's the color the carpet is right now. It's kind of same color as the seat. You can see it better because it's in the light. It's basically like this grayish, dirty white color, which doesn't match anything else on the interior, because the rest of the interior is black and gray. So what I'm going to do is paint this with black vinyl dye. The seats I'll deal with today as well, but not in this video. You guys will see that in the next update video. Those seats are going to get covered with black seat covers. Alright, so let's take a look at what we're going to need to do this job. What you're going to need, first thing you're going to want to do is get snacks, because you're going to get hungry. So I got Twizzlers, spicy Doritos, spicy-ish, some water, and once your snacks are dealt with, you can get your actual supplies you're going to need ready. First thing you're going to want to do is vacuum. I didn't end up getting a shop vac yet because I'm waiting for something good to go on sale. So I need something that's 30 liter or bigger, wet dry vac, so I'll keep waiting for that and use this in the meantime to vacuum up all the little pieces of wire, because I was wiring the Pioneer deck and those got everywhere. So I'll use this for now. You're going to need, for me I'm using a 12, for you it might be different, but you need to take your seats out. So whatever tools you're going to need to take the seats and everything else on the floor out, as well as my center box I'm going to take out as well. You'll see that once I disassemble it. Next thing you're going to need is, depending on the size of your carpet, I only think I'm going to use 2, but I got 1 just as a spare, just in case, so I don't have to go out in the middle of the project. So you need the actual dye. I recommend this because your fingers are going to get tired from holding the trigger on the can, so this just slides on and you can use it like a spray gun. You're going to need a brush. In between coats of this, what you're going to want to do is give it about 5-10 minutes and then brush it, because what you're going to notice if you don't is that the carpet's going to dry hard and crunchy. You still want it to feel like a carpet, so what you're going to want to do is brush it with a carpet brush or one of these, just to keep it loose in between coats. One thing I'm going to recommend is if you're doing it black, you don't have to worry about this next thing, but what you're going to have to worry about if you're doing any other color, whether it be gray, white, red, blue, any other color that they're using, is that any stains on the carpet are going to dry a different color because they're already darker. Sorry, it's my neighbor. So what was I saying? Yeah, any other spots on the carpet are going to dry a different color, darker, lighter, whatever the stain color is. So what you're going to want to do is clean those off with a carpet cleaner, and you can get it at Canadian Tire. It's about $10, or at a hardware store or auto parts store. Basically, it's spray on foam with a bristle brush built into the head of the can. You just clean it off. I'm not using that because I'm using black. Alright, so what we're going to do is first thing is take the seats out and the center box, and we'll go from there. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. It took me about an hour and a half to get everything out, but it's worth it so far. I haven't vacuumed yet. If you guys notice, that seatbelt's still in, but the one right here, I'm not sure if I'm pointing at it, but the driver seatbelt I took out completely because I'm going to be replacing that belt. And at the same time I'm painting the interior, I'm going to be painting the driver seatbelt as well. So as you can see, seats are out. These box things are out, and what I'm going to do is mask off that belt. I'll mask off the dash, take off these side steps I forgot to take off. But next step is going to be to vacuum everything out. So let's do that. As you can see, I vacuumed. I also degreased that panel right there to get most of the gunk out. But the most important thing is to vacuum everything out so it's all clean. I also took off the side steps. Alright, so first thing you want to do now is clean it if you're not doing a color other than black. If you're doing gray, like when the seatbelt's red, so I'm going to be wiping that down to clean it. But I'm doing black, so I'm not going to remove stains like that red one, because that's going to be all blacked out anyways. but if you're doing a different color than black, you need to shampoo your carpets, stain remove, whatever you want to use. You can steam clean whatever you think would work and get all the stains out. But in my case, what I'm going to do is give you guys a minute to pause and go clean the carpet. Or if you're just watching, then continue watching and see you in the next step. Everything has been cleaned. Well, not for me, but maybe for you. Next thing you're going to want to do is mask off, like right here at the edge of the carpet. Slide newspaper under there. Up there, I'm going to want to, where that black bar is, I want to leave that color. And then below that will be painted, so I'll mask that off. I'll be masking off the dash there, and the center console. I'll be masking off the seatbelt on that side. So, let's mask everything off. Alright guys, so now you can see that what needs to be taped off is taped off. First thing you're going to want to do is shake up your can of vinyl dye. I put on 2 dust coats, light coats, and then 1 medium coat, and then go from there. If you have to put another coat, go mediums from there. Alright, so let's do the 2 dust coats and then come back. Comparison, here's 1 medium to light coat on this side, and nothing on that side. You can see, this is black, and that's like a off gray. Sides have 1 light to medium coat, as you can see. It's black. So I think 1 more medium coat, that should be good. So far I've used about 3/4 of a can, so I'm going to probably end up using about 1.5 cans to finish the job, and then the other half of a can I'll probably just spray on spots that are a little bit not as dark. So let's go from there. Right now, after sprayed everything once with a light to medium coat, what I'm going to do now, and what you should do, is give it 15 to 20 minutes, and then brush it with a carpet brush or a dish brush to loosen up all the fibers, and then you're going to want to spray it again, and then after 15 minutes brush it out again, and then that's when you're going to do your spot treatments with the dye, and then brush it again. So let's go from there. Now give it 15 minutes and then brush it. I did not expect that at all. After I brush the carpet, as you can see, the bristles, the fibers are standing up now. Let's go a little bit closer. See? As you can see, there's full coverage, and guess what? That's 1 can, and I did all of it. So I get to return the other 2 cans, get back my $20. That's good. Give this a quick look on this side. Alright, let's go to the other side. As you can see, full coverage, and like I said, 1 can. I'm really happy with that. So now, I'm going to give it the 3 hours to fully dry, and then I'll put the seats back in. Another thing that's changed is I'm no longer going to stain the seat belts gray. On my off time between coats, I was inside reading some articles, and they all said not to stain seat belts with that spray because when you retract it into the coil, the seatbelt, wherever it coils into when you release it, because of the dye, for some reason, it sticks inside there. So I'm not going to stain them. I'll just leave them burgundy, and then I'll keep my eye out and try and find a set of black gray ones. Or at least, sorry, mosquito. Or trying to at least find a gray driver one. Alright, just give it 3 hours, and we'll go from there. Guys, now that the carpet has been stained, and has had time to dry, next thing you're going to want to do is start putting stuff back in. In my case, I'm putting my seatbelts on first, like this one right here. My new seatbelt. It's not the right color, but I'd rather be safe, and then keep looking for a gray or black one. And the other belts will go in, and both the seats, both these pocket things, and we'll go from there. Just start putting things back together. I'll see you in a minute. Guys, so everything's back in, as you can see. Actually good that you can't see, because that's how black it is. Floor is done. Seats are in. The center box I'll put in now, I forgot to do that. But the point is, seats are in. Trim are in. The rear, see if I can see in there, the rear boxes are in, and it looks pretty much as perfect as I wanted it to look, maybe a little bit, even a little bit better. Alright, so if you followed me this far, you got your floor stained up nice, or you're going to get your floor stained up nice. Alright, so thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Brandon. Just wanted to give you guys a quick notice. I'm drenched in sweat, sorry. Basically, this job cost me a total of about... Well, let's go over it. I bought 4 cans of dye for $11 each, but I used 1, so there's $11. The brush I used was $1.25, and the 1 squirt of degreaser, let's not count that. That doesn't really cost anything. So you're looking at right there about $12 or $13, depending on where you go, to finish this and get your carpet stained nice, which is a very, very affordable option compared to buying a whole new carpet. It may not look as good, but in the meantime, I think it looks perfect for now. Alright, one thing I'm going to tell you guys that I forgot to mention in the thing where I said what to use and what you're going to need. You have to use a respirator. You have to. Well, you don't have to, but I really recommend it. Right now my throat's hurting a little bit because after I put on the 2 coats with my respirator on, I had my respirator off and I was just touching things up, and when I was putting the seats in I was spraying spots and rust reformer on the rails because there's some rust spots, and just by inhaling that I have a really bad headache and my throat hurts. So I recommend you wear a respirator as much as possible. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.